Hey guys, what's going on here? Eric with EM Motors and Launch Vans. Just coming up 8th Street here to show off this new 23 all-wheel drive chassis from Mercedes-Benz. They got the new 4-cylinder twin turbo with the all-wheel drive system versus engaging in and out of the 4-wheel drive with 4-low. Anyway, I'll tell you my opinions so far about that at the end of the video, but just wanted to do a walk around of this and what we chose to do. It is for sale. We just wanted to kind of do a nice, highly optioned, not only chassis from Mercedes, but also launch. We just wanted to kind of do more of along the lines of a custom build as far as the parts on this one, accessories on the exterior, and then also the build on the inside. So I'll get into that with you, but this color is silver gray. It is, yeah, I think it's a sharp color. It's kind of a light tint of blue, but almost more gray. I don't know how it comes across in the video, but it's a good looking color. It looks really good with all the black accents, accessories, wheels, and things like that, in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This one, we ended up of course going to our tried and true CA tuned off-road hammerhead bumper. We love the front hitch mount, Warn winch. We mounted some LP6 Pros with a high and low on this one, so we love that. Also have a onboard air in the front and the rear. We have a ARB twin compressor with some auxiliary. I think we have 4 or 5 gallons of air reserve, so blow out your van, blow up some inflatables, bikes, air down or air back up from airing down off-road. So we love having a compressor on the van. We have some hood line brackets with some Baja Design Squadron in amber there. We did the Van Compass suspension, the stage 4.3 on this one, so you get adjustment with the mini leaf pack, spring in the rear, handles great off-road and then on-road as well. Kind of stiffens up the ride if you like that for wind driving, highway driving, or you can kind of soften that up and get a little bit more roll or dampening on washboard and things like that. So love that suspension. We have this one we kind of decked out with some flatline gear. We have their steps here, have their wheel wrap ladder coming up to the safari rack up top, which I'll show you. Get up there. So we got 400 watts of solar up here, big panel. You could always do a little less if you wanted to, but that's what we chose to do. It's just bringing in that free power from the sun, whether you're sitting or driving down the road. Just we really like having that additional solar, even if you had a secondary alternator. I got our trusty Max Air Fan 7500, and then you have lots of deck. You can stick some bars across here and haul some paddle boards and other large things up here if you wanted to. This panel is designed so if you do cover up a portion of it, it's still going to bring in a lot of solar. It's not going to shut the whole panel down. So pretty cool. Got the awning on the other side. We have a Fiamma F45 manual awning. Usually like to stick with the manual because of some of the issues we've seen about getting it in or out sometimes on the electric. So I am trying an electric one from Fiamma on our new show van. So stay tuned for my opinions on that. But anyway, back to the van. So yeah, flatline roof. That's a safari rack up top. Their ladder. We got flare space flares so that we can free up some room inside and sleep sideways and give you a little bit more of a full build, which I'll show you in a second. We have the Black Rhino Overland wheels here on this, wrapped in BF Goodrich KO2 tires. The all-terrains, they're 275 7017s. Biggest you can go without getting the Rentec tune now that they make for oversized tires. And then of course we have the fully adjustable shocks, mini leaf pack in the rear. This one we did a lithium system, and we always like to have 3 ways to bring in power to the battery system. So shore power, if you ever need to plug in, it's a 30 amp plug. So if you're at an RV park or you have a larger than a 15 amp plug at your house, you can bring in more power. Otherwise, we have a little adapter that goes with the van, so you can just plug it in at your garage from a normal outlet, and you can tune it down to 15 amps or less, so you don't pop your breaker. But anyway, super cool there. We have, of course, the solar I just showed you, so we're bringing in power that way. And then we're also pulling from the alternator, so we can pull and charge the batteries from 3 different ways, which is super nice. We have the Flatline, going with the Flatline theme. We got their new tire carrier for the matching 5th tire. Have a little trash bag, which is super important. It's nice to just be able to have your trash and throw it in the back, not have it in the van, stinky. And then when you find a trash can, you can throw it away. And then we have Flatline's little carrier rack here. We have their little bars with a 1UP USA tray mounted to it. We have Alvan Engineering's Expedition medium box, and their little tray up here, so you can get some firewood stacked in there. You can put some fuel cells or jugs, all kinds of different things. You can raise and lower those bars. You can remove them, whatever you want there. And then we also have Flatline's rear step here. Works good access to the tow package. Here's our onboard air, our second port back here. So that works good. That step is nice for getting into the rear, making your bed, or if you remove your bed and are loading larger dirt bike items and things like that. Super nice to have that extra step. So we got some Baja Design S2 lights up top there. So when you're backing up at night or setting up camp, you just got plenty of lighting. On this side we have some scene lights also under the awning, and on this side, so at night, super important. I'm always rolling into camp. Usually don't know where I'm going, but we're rolling in at night after a day of exploring in our van. So lights to me are super important on the outside for that reason. You can just kind of see camp at night, see if there's any wild animals. We have dogs, so got to watch out for those coyotes, and we've even ran into some raccoon family going after the garbage. So you got to watch out for those guys. But anyway, lights are super important. You have them all the way around except for on the driver's side, which is usually the side you're not too worried about. But anyway, enough about that. There's the F45 awning up top, flare space on this side, water fill, so it's easy you can kind of put your hose in there and kind of forget about it and let it drip out, so it's not dripping into your system or over pressurizing your water system. But that one seems to be real easy to winterize too, so we've liked that exterior water fill lately here. Flatline step again. I'll show you. We have 2 C.R. Lawrence T-vented awning windows, so that you can get some good cross ventilation, and you can also keep those open during rain, which is nice if it's raining versus the sliders. You know how we like to do our galley here, take advantage of some of the room in this doorway, and access our fridge from inside or outside too when you're cooking and hanging out. getting back from the trailhead or whatever it may be. You can pull some drinks out really easily. Got the drawer style isotherm fridge with a nice size freezer, because you got to have that ice cream. But yeah, pretty roomy for what they are here. Little wine bottle holders. This guy's got some IPA in there. This is the 85, so it's a little bit smaller than our 130 that we use, so we took advantage of the space and put a nice little drawer there. So that's going to be nice, I think, just having more storage. It's always a good thing, never a bad thing. Got a 110 outlet here, so you can set up, you know, we've done coffee, we've done charging devices for e-bikes, RC cars, drones. I mean, it's nice to have some options out here in the back. We did a smart TV on this one with a nice arm, so you can swing that out if you're camping, but you got to see the game, you know, NBA game, NFL, whatever you're into. I'm a supercross guy, so I'm always watching my super motocross. But sometimes the family wants to watch some NBA playoffs. Seems like are on during some of the summertime camping. But nice to have as an option. Come back after a long day and catch up on a show or some YouTube, some news, whatever you're into. We gave you that option on this van. So super cool there. What else we got here? So we have our swivels. Mercedes had a shortage on factory swivels, so this was one of those, but we did the Alpine mechanisms. That's the best of the best swivels that you can get. Super low profile, easy to use. So we did that. Those, we normally have our S-bar heater under here, but on this van we did a hydronic system from Timberline, so it'll heat your air and your water from that system, and that it's tied into the diesel tank so that you can sip some fuel off the diesel and heat your air and water. So we're just trying that system. A lot of people like the hydronic system. I'll give it my tests and give you my opinion. So far it's good. You know, we were running hot water and just there's no reservoir or tank that is holding, you know, hot water like our electric version or 4-gallon electric slim that we used. And so it was able to keep up and keep hot water for a shower pretty much indefinitely until you would run out of water. So far so good. We'll continue to test that, give you our opinion on that. We do like the control for that, which I'll show you inside. And let me hop in here. Got a little cubby here, of course. Shoes, leashes, whatever you can think of there. We have Shuckson's overhead shelf here, and this one has their little bar here. So if you do want to get an insulated curtain to kind of section the front off, you can, for privacy or for added insulation, you know, if it's hot or cold. That works out good. Turn down this music here. This chassis, like I said, is loaded. It's got the power sliding door, 10-inch touchscreen, 360-degree camera, Distronic cruise control, Highline display, power heated memory seats, leather steering wheel. That's super nice to the touch. So, and then yeah, you got some L-track, not L-track, but ability to put L-track style accessories into that shelf, so you're hanging hats or gear or whatever you have there. Did a nice little touch light here. Did a matching headliner versus just using that darker headliner that comes from Mercedes. So that looks a little cleaner, I feel. Kind of see it's color matched to the rest of the van. Another under cab lighting. That's going to be nice at night, because maybe you're like my wife is maybe goes to bed or wakes up a little later. If any of us is in bed, you don't have to turn the main lights on. even though they're on a dimmer, through the S-Pod system, which I'll show you. But these underlighting lights are going to be super nice at night. They'll give you plenty of light. You won't disturb if someone's still in bed. So super cool there. And then we tied in a light here, which you can turn on or off manually, but it's tied into the factory lights, so you can control it from the overhead console, which is nice. And it'll turn on when you open your doors. And so that's just nice, so you don't have to reach in anywhere. You just open your doors and the light comes on, and gives you that little bit of room so you can get, or light, so you can get in the van and kind of move around. And then you can reach your S-Pod screen here or here to turn on your lights and compressor and everything from that. So we did this cool butcher block, milled it down to about 1 inch. I really like the look of that versus the full 1.5 inches. And so let me know your thoughts down in the comments below for that. Still, we're able to mount our induction cooktop and keep a nice flush surface that you can still use. Did the Ravati still on this one. So even though this is a smaller galley compared to the 170, you still have lots of countertop space. Let's see here. Oh, watching some EM Motors YouTube channel, checking out some cool vans on the old smart TV. Check it out. Don't need to hear my voice. Let's see here. Oh, we did do a lagoon mount, so that you can. We have a couple lagoon mount locations, but this area kind of, or this area for the table allows more room. You can float that over the bed and then kind of have more countertop space, which is going to be super nice. 110 and USB outlets for whether you're sitting on the couch or need to plug in more items on this side. And then we have a 110 here for, again, we try to have power where you're going to need it so you don't lack. So try to have that everywhere. S-Pod, like I said here, controls everything, so you can reach this from bed, and the lights, these can be dimmed. There's strobing, there's the air compressor. There's lots of features that are built into the S-Pod. There's an app that you can use from your phone. So if you did want to use your phone to control everything in the van, you could do that. So anyway, this TV here, just show you it's on like a computer mount, so you can kind of move it around and do whatever you want with it. Super cool. Yeah, so this is kind of the control center. Here's your inverter on and off, and then you can dial back the current. So if you're plugged in at home to your garage and you only have a 15 amp circuit, I turn mine down to 10 just so I don't pop the breaker, or you can dial that up to 30s if you're at a campground or do have a larger circuit, that you can pull more current from and charge the batteries a little quicker. But if you're plugged in somewhere, usually you're not in a hurry, so 10 amps is going to charge your batteries pretty quickly still anyway, depending on what percentage you're at. Here's your little Victron device. I'm just telling you, you can scroll through and see what your battery percentages is, how many watts or amps you're using, see what your voltage is, and how much current's coming in. Right now we got how many hours you can go till empty. Yeah, this shows we're using 16 amps right now because I have all the exterior lights on and everything on. So if I was to turn all that stuff off, let's do that. Start turning these off here and see it drop. So super nice. You also can get the Victron Energy Connect app and see all that information from your phone. For this is the shunt, and then there's the solar controller, and there is the Victron Energy Orion that's bringing in power from the alternator. And then Timberline system. This will heat your air or your water. Super easy to use device to turn your temperature up. This turns your hot air on, hot water. You can just turn your hot water on if you wanted to. If you are plugged into shore power, you can just use the electrical element and not even use any diesel fuel. You're just going to use you're just going to use electric if you're plugged in. Otherwise, it uses quite a bit of draw off your batteries. You're better off using your diesel. Little max fan remote, so you have access to that. It's the 7500, 10-speed intake or exhaust, so you can crack one of these T-vent windows and create nice airflow coming through the van. So we'll stow this little table out of the way, so this table can be dropped down here on another mount, so you can access it from when you're sitting on the bench or the front seats. Beautiful laminated cabinets. Can't remember if this was for Mica or Wilson Art brand that I picked out, but bloom hinges, slam latches. Those are like $50 a piece just because they work better. We've tried and looked at some cheaper ones, but I don't like to cheap out on anything. So looks super good. Got a little end shelf on the end of these cabinets. So you can, people like plants, you can Velcro down. Just having, I think we're going to put some L-track up here. Let me know your thoughts so you can like hang, I don't know, hats and other things if you want to, and have it rest on the shelf and kind of be secured with a hook. But yeah, lots of storage, cabinets, and another shelf on the back. We have USB ports inside these little cubbies in the rear that you can access to for your charging devices. Have a strip of L-track with some, again, hooks, hanging bags. I mean, other cabinetry you can tie into this. And then we have the flare spaces with some touch lights for reading, and they're dimmable by touching and holding. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but just some more lights, again, to have a nice accent at night, or reading, like I said, from bed. So, yeah, super cool, clean looking. This bank of drawers, we got a couple little drawers here, which are super nice. Gotta have the, everybody always asks, where's the toilet? Where's the bathroom? This is all we like to use here with the external showers. So we have the dry flush toilet by Laveo. It's a little kind of adult diaper genie, if you remember the diaper genies. Just a bag system. It has about 15 uses. You press the button. We hardwired it into the van, and it wraps your waist and twists it, so it eliminates, I would say, 95% of the smell, maybe 100% most of the time, but sometimes you get a little hint of something. But for the most part, it eliminates the smell. And when you're done, there's a big garbage sack that it all goes into, and it's legal to dump in the trash can. And then you just drop another cartridge in. These are just what the cartridges are. So you can bring however many of these along with you. And then, yeah, we had some nice storage underneath the van here, underneath this cabinet. Anyway, we like the dry flush. It's super simple, not messy to dump, and get rid of your waste. So, and then this side, love this little cubby for your dish soap and scrubbers and stuff like that. And then this one, we did a trash can, because I'm always needing a dedicated area for your trash. And then we did a little drawer above it for whatever, all toilet paper, trash bags, all kinds of different things that you can use there. Lots of room under the bed in the garage area. Lots of L-track, so you have the ability to tie down, bike wheels and secure your gear. But yeah, really like how much storage space is above these boxes in this particular one. I'll go back in the garage and kind of show you a better angle of that, but give you another look real quick. Could be hanging out, just enjoying the scenery, coming back from a bike ride. Crack open a cold one, read a book, watch a show, whatever you want. Let's go check out the garage here. So, got the garage here. Try to give you a good look here. Sorry about the sun. I don't know if you can see it very well, but load lights will work good for night, even back here. Got some stuff bags, some L-tracks so you can hang bags, packs, jackets, hats, all kinds of stuff there. And then stuff some, pillows, whatever you want in there. And then some smaller cubbies for maybe helmets, shoes, bike pumps, things like that. We got more stuff bags on this side. And then we have our shower port, so you can shower. Got a mixer valve here. And so got some neighbors coming in. Probably gonna go for a ride or a hike. But anyway, so you can take a nice shower here, lay something out on the ground, a teak pan, which we'll probably throw in for this van. Shower, do your thing, rinse the bikes and gear off. More outlets, 12 volt, 110, back here in the back. Garage light, super important. Got easy access to your devices and fuses and breakers. So if something goes wrong, we need to check that. We can. There's another one up front. Yeah, I don't know. We tried to think of everything. Only thing we don't have is the mattress in this one, but it turned out pretty nice. Just need your cool blankets and accent pillows and things like that to kind of make it yours. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. It is for sale. It's $189 on this 23. The van itself, I think, had a MSRP of almost $80, I believe. And then we did our thing to it. It's beautiful. Appreciate you watching. Check out our website, emmotorsboise.com, for our inventory side, used, new, built vans, and then launchvans.com if you want to check out some of the build options and things that we've done there. And then, of course, you're watching YouTube probably, so you can see our other vans and builds and layouts and colors and things like that. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. Appreciate your time. Take care.